Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a makeup tutorial on what I will be wearing for New Year's Eve. As you can see, it's a really kind of simple, bronzy but gold sparkly eye look with a nude lip or a nudie mauvey lip. I think this is just really simple. I think it's very classic and it's great to kind of wear for those evenings out. At the moment, I'm not too sure what we're going to be doing. My sister is coming up from Canberra, so we'll probably be going out somewhere. But it is a bit of a nightmare to get around in Sydney on New Year's Eve, so probably not going out too far. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm going to be getting started with is my Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. I have this in the shade 102 Light Nude, and I'll be applying that to my face using the Sigma Flat Kabuki brush. I absolutely love this brush. I think it's amazing. And it's so good for buffing in your foundation. I'd actually purchased the LY 45 foundation brush and I really didn't like that. This foundation is probably like a medium coverage. I really like the way that it applies, just looks so natural and just blends into your skin. I'm just going to powder my face a little bit now just as it is super hot in Sydney, and I'll be powdering my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, and I've got this in the shade 001 Transparent. I like this as it blends into the skin really easily. It's super cheap, and the other thing that I find is that I don't have to worry about color matching my powder to my foundation. So I'm just going to apply that to the points of my face that tend to get a little bit oilier, so my forehead, around my nose, underneath my eyes, and my chin. I actually decided not to go with any concealer today just because I feel like, I don't know, I kind of am enjoying not wearing it and not having so much on my face. The next thing I'm going to do is pop on some bronzer, and I'll be using the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow to do that. So if you haven't used this before, it's an absolutely beautiful product. I actually stopped using it for ages and I'm not sure why. I think it was because I saw little glitter particles in the bronzer, but they don't actually tend to pick up on the skin at all. So I'm going to go in with that using a Morphe brush, and I'll just be putting that into the hollows of my cheek and also around my crown. And if you like, you can take it a little bit down your neck as well. I sometimes find that this helps, particularly if your shoulders are quite tan like mine are, but the rest of your body is not tan at all. Next, I'm going to pop in a little bit of blush, and I am using a blush from NARS, and it is the shade Orgasm, and it's a really pretty pink. I just think this is really beautiful. It's got some little sparkles in it as well. This is actually the sample size, just in case you are wondering, and I'm applying it with a Morphe blush brush. Now, one thing that I do like to do just to make sure I haven't gone overboard is I grab my foundation brush and I just brush over where I've placed the blush on my face. I just find sometimes it can get a bit too intense, and that kind of tones it down a little bit. I'm just going to quickly run the Rimmel Brow This Way Brow Styling Gel in the shade medium brown through my brows. I just really want to do something simple, and I find that this just adds a little bit of extra color, but without going overboard. Now, just brought you a little bit closer, as the next thing that I'm doing are my eyes, and I want you to be able to see exactly what it is that I'm doing. So I'm going to start off with the Lorac Behind the Seams Eye Primer. This isn't necessarily my favorite primer, but I have been using it a lot lately. I have quite oily eyelids, so I find that I need to apply something to my eyes. And I just pop a little bit of that onto each eyelid and then blend it in. I'm going for a really shimmery, sparkly gold eye for New Year's Eve, so I thought what I might do is start with a very matte base, and then I'll apply all of the color on top of it. So for my base shade, I figured I would use something from the MAC Nordstrom exclusive eyeshadow palette, and I will probably go with this one here, which is Vapor. And I'm just going to take that on a large shade brush from Sigma. So next I'm going to be grabbing my Narcissus palette, and I'm going to be taking this really pretty champagne tone color and placing that mostly towards the inner corner of my eye. And I'm kind of just also popping that right in the inner corner as a little bit of a highlight too. Next, I'm going to go ahead and pop a transition shade in the crease, and for that I'm going to be using this shadow here from my MAC palette, and this is Wedge. And as I am going to deepen up the eye a little bit, I have kind of packed quite a lot of that on just so that it all will transition out quite seamlessly once I finish the look. And this is the fun part. So for the gold shade that I'm going to use on my eyes, I'm grabbing the Maybelline Color Tattoo, and this is in the shade Bold Gold, and it's just a really pretty kind of old gold shade. I think this looks really gorgeous on the eyes, and I'm just going to use my finger to apply this, and I'm applying it mostly on the center and towards the outer part of my eye. I really want to keep that really pretty kind of a lightness in the inner corner, so I'll probably go back over it with the NARS eyeshadow as well afterwards. I'm just really going to pack that on so I can get a lot of color and really intensify it. And actually, if you had a bit of MAC Fix Plus, you could also throw that over the top and it would make it just really sparkle. So I'm just going back to the NARS eyeshadow palette and grabbing a bit more of that really light kind of an eyeshadow and just sort of blending over the top of that gold. I want to create a really nice and soft transition between the two shades. Then what we're going to do is, on a smaller kind of buffing brush, I'm going to grab this really sort of dark chocolatey brown. It's really shimmery and so pretty, and I'm going to place that in the outer corner. I'm just going back to my MAC palette, and I'm just going to grab a bit more of wedge and just blend out the crease a little bit more. Just make sure everything is really soft and blends out really seamlessly. I also want a little bit of glow underneath my eyes, and I don't tend to do a lot of color on my lower lash line, but I am going to dip into this palette again. This is really great because it's got so many sparkly shades. It's a fully sparkly palette, and I'm going to grab this bottom shade here, which I think is Lascivia, and drag that along my bottom lash line. And then to really spice things up a little bit, I'm also going to go in with the Power Surge eyeliner from MAC. And this is a really kind of pretty coppery gold pencil. I love it. I think it's so pretty. So next I'm going to throw on a little bit of eyeliner. I feel like that really completes the look. And I'm using the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Eyeliner in black. This is one of my absolute favorite eyeliners, you guys probably already know. And I just like to draw a really kind of big cat eye flick. I think that for New Year's Eve, it's kind of a time that you can go all out and really make a statement with your cat eye. Right, so that's that done. I don't necessarily think this is always the best one to layer over really heavy eyeshadow, but it's done the trick, and I think it is going to stay all night. Usually this can withstand a lot of heavy dancing. So next I'm going to do my lashes, and I'm going to curl them using the Shu Uemura curling wand. And then I'm going to pop on a little bit of the NARS Audacious Mascara. This is just a sample, but I actually do really like this. I really like the wand. It's super spiky, and I just like the way it makes my lashes look. Now I'm going to pop on a little bit of highlighter now that my eyes are done, and I'm using the NARS Orgasm Illuminator. I actually did an order from Nordstrom recently. I got all of these samples, and I've really been loving this. It's pink toned with a gold glitter through it, and I just love the way it looks, and it's really easy to apply. It's a liquid, so you just grab a little bit on your finger and then dot it where you'd like to have a bit of highlight. So I'm just popping that on the top or high point of my cheekbones. I'm going to pop a little bit on the top of my Cupid's bow. And then lastly, I'm going to do my lips, and because I've gone for such a really bold and dramatic eye, I'm just going to be doing a very nude kind of a lip combo, and I'm using the MAC lip pencil in Soar, and then also the e.l.f. matte lip color in the shade Tea Rose. And I really love the color lip that this combination makes. So I actually think this is a really pretty lip color to wear on its own, but as I said, I really like the combination of this on top. So I'm just going to throw that on, and this is a really pretty kind of a matte purpley color. So that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you're going to replicate this, please do let me know in the comments down below. I really just love the look of a very bright white kind of an inner corner with a bit of sparkle in the center and a bit of a darker brown in the outer corner, which I think really helps to draw attention to a really bold cat eye flick, and then just ties it in together with a nice sort of a nudie purpley mauvey kind of a lip. This is my last video for the year, so I hope that you all have a really wonderful and safe New Year's Eve, and I'll see you in 2016. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Bye!